The warm-up is an important part of the lesson. It ensures that players will be ready to play. The main goals of a warm-up for young players are to increase heart rate and body temperature, to create a healthy habit, to develop athletic abilities, and to prevent injuries. At a young age, the warm-up should be fun, and performing it in the form of a game is a good way to ensure this. In this activity, the instructor gets players to place their foot on various parts of the court. The instructor uses this activity to introduce players to the lines and areas of the court. Once players get to know the court geography, the instructor calls a line and players jog to it. Using various footwork is a good way to introduce and develop different preparation and recovery movement in a fun way. Tag games allow players to warm up and introduce an element of competition. In tree tag, the players that are tagged will turn into a tree and can only be saved if another player passes under their arm. In hill tag, the tag players can be saved if another player touches their hill. Tag games also develop tactical awareness, which is an important part of tennis. Players can improve coordination by tossing the ball back and forth while side shuffling along a line. Various actions are performed to keep the activity challenging. Here, the players are throwing the ball underhand and letting the ball drop on the ground. The players here are doing the same activity but are allowed to use one hand only. In this progression, the players are also throwing the ball underhand but are not allowing the ball to drop on the ground. In this progression, the players are passing the ball to each other using their feet. Players must stop the ball before sending it back. In this final progression, players are using two balls at the same time. One ball will be thrown underhand back and forth, while the other should be passed on the ground using the feet. Throw, track, catch games are also a good way to develop dissociation, which is an important part of coordination. In tennis, players have to be able to move their feet in various ways as their upper body is performing another task. Players run along the various lines of the court doing specific footwork, run or side shuffle, and performing strokes, forehand and backhand ground stroke, volleys, overhead. Shadow strokes is a fun way to introduce or provide volume on a new stroke or footwork while warming up. In the game Clean Your Room, players are using an overhead throw as a warm-up activity. The idea is for the players to get rid of the tennis balls on their side of the court faster than the other team. If no balls are left on a specific side, they will win the game. The coach can use this game to help the players improve their overhead throw technique. The overhead throw motion is the foundation of the serve. Adults warm-up will be in the form of a tennis-specific warm-up. Here are some examples. Players can start with forehand self-rally. Players can self-rally alternating forehands and backhand. The players can start to rally using a self-rally. And finally, players can rally cross-court in mini tennis. These warm-up exercises allow players to have a lot of touches with the racket and ball and develop good hand and eye coordination as well as good control.